Good afternoon. The struggle is real. That's the topic for this afternoon. I'm Bill McConnell. I'm here in the Front Range of northern Colorado. I can look east and it's flat as a pancake, and I can look west and I see the Rocky Mountains. And the Rocky Mountains are absolutely gorgeous. We love living where we live. This is a very hard week for us. We have something very hard that's got to take place for us in less than 48 hours. And so enough mentioned about that. I probably shouldn't even have mentioned it, but both my wife and I are struggling with a decision we've had to make with regard to a family pet. And it's just kind of tearing at us a little bit. But I don't want today to be a gripe session or a downer session or a complaint session. When I talk about the struggle is real, I am talking about having a YouTube channel. Excuse me. And if you ever thought of saying, well, YouTube is just so hard, well, you're maybe in the right place to actually talk about this, because that'd be absolutely fantastic. Now, I always check lag time to see how far into the future I am from you. And that's the difference between me starting this video and it's actually starting out into the rest of the world. And the lag time is long today. It's 49 seconds. I am 49 seconds ahead of you. It's the first time this is the only time in my life where I'm ahead of people. So I know maybe that if you're watching this, I'm thinking about a YouTube channel. I'm getting ready to retire and I want to start a YouTube channel, or I'm semi-retired. I've got some time in my hands, and maybe you're thinking about a YouTube channel. It's a great thing to do. I love it. I absolutely love it. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't be doing it. If it was easy, I wouldn't have a channel, because everybody would be doing it. Literally, if it's that easy, everybody would be doing it. It's like eating French fries. Everybody's doing it because it's so easy to eat French fries, but maybe I'm not supposed to. But when we're talking about YouTube and starting a YouTube channel, whether you're you're over 50 and you're retired or semi-retired, and you have time in your hands and you have hobbies and you want to share those hobbies, I feel you have dare I say, a moral obligation to share what you know. Why would you keep it to yourself? YouTube is just a platform where you can do that. YouTube is not a social media platform. I understand that there's YouTube Shorts, and that comes across very much as a social media platform, but YouTube in general is not. It is a learning and entertaining platform. Learning and entertaining and opportunity to share what you know. And here's the thing, your audience already exists. Yes, your audience already exists. There are people out there waiting for you to tell people what you know. They're waiting for you to tell them what you know. And it doesn't matter what it's about, because there is an audience for it. Even, and I just set this up just for the sake of it, there's even an audience for kittens with mittens. There is. That seems to be my pet thing that I've got going on, I guess. The kittens with mittens analogy. Even if that's a very unique niche, and there are some people out there that might want to enter into the kittens with mittens niche. I'm digressing, but here's the easy side of YouTube is, and this is going to sound a little counter to what a lot of people say, because a lot of people my age or even younger than me or older than me, oh, the tech is so hard. Well, guess what? The tech, and this is on the easy side of things, the tech is genuinely accessible right now. You don't need a crew. You don't need a budget. You've got your phone. The tech is genuinely available right now. And here's the thing. You can learn how to do these things. You can learn how to do them. It's not as hard as you think. And that's part of the problem, is you go into something saying, oh, this is going to be so hard. It's not as hard as you think. And if you're willing to work through some of the kinks and some of the things, well, I don't get it. I just started a brand new hobby. I wanted to get some more dexterity in my fingers. and keep them limber. So I've started a hobby where I'm actually doing something with my fingers, where I can do it while I'm watching a TV show or doing it while I'm watching YouTube videos or whatever the case may be, but I'm doing something with my fingers. As a brand new hobby. And the first time I did something, I watched a video on how to do it, and I watched it, and I said, I can do that. And it took me 4 or 5 times to do it for the first time. And I'm thinking, this is stupid, but I'm going to stop. No, I'm going to figure out how to do it. Now my goal is to be able to do that thing without watching the video, and then be able to do the thing anytime I want to. And that's the same with YouTube, because the tech is genuinely accessible now. If you have a smartphone, you've got the opportunity for a YouTube channel. And like I said, you already have the content because you've been living your entire life. Your entire life is content. The stories you have, the struggles you've gone through, the victories you've gone through, the things you've gone through that other people haven't gone through. And maybe they're starting to go through it and they don't have anybody to turn to. And they find you because you have a YouTube channel on that specific topic. That's cool. This is about the easy side. This is where we win, as it were. And another thing is you can start small and improve. You don't have to start, by getting hundreds and thousands of views in the first couple months. You can absolutely do that. I haven't, but you could actually do it. It's possible, depending upon your niche and how quickly something like that catches on. But your first video doesn't have to be your best video. And as a matter of fact, your first video is going to be probably your worst video, because you start something and you improve. And every time you do something, you improve a little more, a little more, a little more. And that's how you just get better at something. When you had a job for the very first time when you were 18 or 19 or 22 or whenever you had your very first job, you were terrible at it. Probably you were terrible at it. But you stuck with it and you got better at it. So another thing on the real positive side is consistency beats perfection, because a lot of people don't start a YouTube channel because they think they've got to be perfect. No, you don't. If I tune into something and I think it's going to be an absolutely perfect video, how long did they take to get that perfect? Some people spend weeks putting up to perfect a 5-minute video and put it up on their channel, and that's fine. If that's your thing, that's great. But to get it absolutely perfect, here's the key: is after you put it up, how many people watch it. And so consistency beats perfection. Showing up matters more than being polished. If I say every week I'm going to be in a coffee shop and I'd love to meet with you at 1 o'clock every week in a coffee shop, and you don't show up for a month, but when you show up and you look great and you're styled and you're polished and your hair's done, something I don't worry about. You've got all that stuff done. And guess what? Everything's perfect. You got talking points, whatever you've got, and you're just so polished and everything, but you only show up once a month or 6 weeks. You're trying to play the concept of perfection, and consistency beats perfection. Showing up matters more than being polished. And that's just an important thing to remember. And so those are some of the easy things. So I talked about the tech is more readily accessible than ever before. You've got content, decades of content. You just don't realize you just need to put a little bit of thought process to it. The audience for your niche already exists, whatever that niche may be. It's there. You just have to get out there so they can find you. And you have to be found. You're not playing hide and seek. If you're playing hide and seek, stay off YouTube. Okay? Be a Sasquatch. Sasquatch is the world champion, the world champion hide and seek winner. Maybe that and Yetis, but probably more Sasquatch. I'm just saying. So let's talk about the hard side. Let's get some real talk about the struggle of YouTube. We struggle with a gap, the gap between recording and publishing. You may have the gear ready, the script is done, but you still haven't posted anything, and there's a gap that's going on. Last week was an entire week of people coming in and out, remodeling our kitchen for us. Something my wife has wanted for 20 years, so she finally got it. Remodeled the kitchen. So there's people coming in and out all week. I can't video. I actually did do a video. I went out way in the backyard and shot a video and got it done. But I didn't get it because I'm kind of a hands-on supervisor, try not to be getting people's way, but I'm kind of a right there kind of a guy when it comes to doing stuff in our house. My thought is, hey, I'm going to learn something. If I just watch these guys do this, I'm going to learn something. And I did. And then we had problems with the plumbing in the kitchen that we had to get it fixed. And then we had a problem with the new countertop itself, And so I'm sharing all of this to tell you that there can be a gap between an idea for a video, getting the video done, and then getting it out there, and everything that happens in between. And we just keep piling stuff in. And I know a guy who he will have an idea for a video. He'll go for a walk. He'll shoot the video while he is on his walk. And then he'll come back, do minimal editing, and post it. And most of his channel is that way, which is, he's got a rhythm. And it works for him. It works for his niche. It works for what he does. It works for him. So the gap between recording and publishing, that can be part of the hard side of things. Another thing, and people use this a lot, and kind of tough, is because nobody's really sure. And that is, we get in our head that the algorithm is a mystery. You do everything right. You follow all the advice, all the gurus, all the things that are mentioned. You need to do this right, that right. You need to, SEO and all these things, and you're doing everything right, and still crickets. Just crickets. Nobody's watching your videos, and you're doing everything right. You're doing the research beforehand. You're studying things beforehand, and guess what? Crickets. And another part of the hard side is you get started and you're comparing the fact that you've put up 6 videos in 30 days. One video, 2 videos, 1 video every 5 days. There we go. Math. 1 video every 5 days. You're comparing your day 30 to someone else's day 300 or someone else's 2-year journey. And comparison can be brutal, and it's unfair. It's unfair to you. To say, you look at that person and say, man, they've got a rhythm, they've got this going, it looks really, really sharp. Guess what? It's unfair. Don't compare yourself. It's like comparing single A baseball to Major League Baseball. It's not fair. You put those teams against each other, it's not fair. It just isn't. I saw a video where this guy who was an NBA player, but he was 12th man on the team. He rarely got to play, but he's on the team. He is on the team. And what do you think about those people that are on the end of the bench? You don't know their name. They're never there, but they're in the uniform. They made the team, but he's the 12th man. And this guy did videos of him coming into gyms and playing with all these gym guys or even college players that play all the time, and he just destroys them. He made the NBA. Everybody else hasn't. He made the NBA for a reason. He's pretty good. But it comes back to the idea of comparing. You can't compare the 12th man on the NBA team to your rec league team. It's just not fair. But it's a hard reality. You see success from some of these people and you say, I can do that. I'm just like him. I can do that. And yet they're getting all the views and you're not. And you got to stop doing the idea of comparison. Now, another thing that's hard, especially starting out, is the feedback loop. The feedback loop is extremely slow. It's especially early. Silence isn't failure, but it feels like it. Nobody's watching, but you have to stick with it. The feedback loop, like getting comments on live streams or getting comments on your videos at the end, you kind of have to ask for it. It says, leave a comment, leave your thought, leave an idea. I'd love to hear from you. Anything that you comment on and anywhere on my YouTube channel, I will answer you within 24 hours. As soon as I run across it, I will drop an answer back, an acknowledgement as best I can. But we're looking at the feedback loop, and sometimes there isn't any feedback, and sometimes you are talking to a camera and it is slow, and nobody's watching. And you're thinking, am I really going down there? This is where people quit. People quit around day 30 or day 40 because nobody's watching or doing anything. And the key is staying consistent when nobody is watching yet. And this is part of the hard part is nobody's watching. And this is where most of the people quit. If nobody's watching, why would I even bother? Why would I even care? Nobody's watching. That idea. Another hard part is the mental weight of putting yourself out there. And a lot of people don't get into YouTube just for the reason that they just don't want to put themselves out there. I looked so much prettier when I was 32, but now I'm 62 and I don't look as pretty. You may look gorgeous to another 62-year-old. Stop trying to compete with your younger self. Don't compete with your younger self. You're a lot sharper than you were a lot younger. Physical attributes may change, obviously. Some people try to hang on to stuff they just can't be hung on to. When I turned 40, I was the same weight as my high school senior year, exactly the same weight. I had a metabolism that was working for me. I wasn't really working out, so to speak. I just stayed the same weight until I hit 40. And when I hit 40, things changed. And now that I'm 67, I am not my high school weight. I'm probably an inch shorter. Feet are a size larger. That's just how things are. I'm told that your nose never stops growing, your ears never stop growing, your feet never stop growing. I don't know. That's what I'm told. But then we're talking about the idea of mental weight, the weight of putting yourself out there. And I got over that fairly early. I just decided I'm just going to put myself out there, and especially with these lives, because this is live, and I'm not going to edit anything afterwards. I'm going to leave it up and stumble and fumble my way through things. But there's this idea of this mental weight. Do I really want to put myself out there? Well, again, I bring you back to something that I mentioned near the very first, and that was, what was it? Oh, I had the thought, I had the idea, but when you're not really using notes, it's the idea that, totally lost it. It'll come to me probably about 2 minutes after I end this live. Go back and watch it first, I guess. I don't know. So my personal angle on all of this, on the easy side, on the hard side, I've invested personally a lot of time and a lot of effort into online business education, and I'm still trying to figure out YouTube, and I'm trying to figure out YouTube by doing it. I've got a lot of learning. I've spent a lot of money trying to learn a lot of different things, and so I have a very large learned knowledge base with regard to online businesses and marketing and YouTube. And on top of that, I've got 23 years of public speaking, mostly to teenagers. That's a tough crowd. Oh, excuse me. That is a really tough crowd. So that makes it really, really hard to do. And the very first time speaking in a youth group for the very first time, I came across as an idiot. I came across terrible. I didn't relate to anybody. At the end of that youth group meeting, everybody in the youth group, all the kids in the youth group, even some parents in the youth group said, why is this guy even here? Why is he even here? And guess what I was thinking? Why am I even here? What have I started? But I kept at it, and I got better. And 23 years in youth ministry is a long time. And when I was 41 years old, I was still in youth ministry. And I did all of that without learning how to play the guitar. Wow, right? So, excuse me for just a sec. My nose was itchy, and I just didn't feel like rubbing and scratching my nose on camera. My apologies. But for me, I started March 17th, March 19th of this year, and now it's the 1st of June. And so I'm not really theorizing. I'm living through this real time and working through the quiet, working through the nobody's watching, but I continue to do it. And I will continue to do lives until people show up. And I've mentioned this before, but one of the other things that I struggle with personally is the fact that about 25 hours of my week, I'm spending time with my granddaughter, which I love to do. Absolutely love to do it. But it's a time suck. It's 25 hours I don't have that I had originally planned to work on YouTube and work on a business surrounding YouTube. And all of that is just on low key, because the grandbaby, that's real life. And that's happening right alongside everything else that I'm doing. I have Tuesdays where I know that my Tuesdays are free from distraction to do as much as I can with regard. But the rest of the week, it's all up in the air. And especially last week when we're remodeling a kitchen. We had the fridge in the dining room. My goodness. So yeah, so all of those things. So where do you land on all of this stuff? The struggle doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. It means that you're doing it. There's so many countless stories in the Bible where people in the Bible went through struggle. Joseph went through struggle. Abraham went through struggle. Moses went through struggle. So many Old Testament and New Testament, they went through struggle. Peter went through struggle to I will die for you, Lord, to denying him 3 times, to going back to doing his old thing of fishing, to then finally, answering and fulfilling what Jesus had for him to do, but not without struggle. So why do you think YouTube is going to be anything else but a struggle? It's going to be a different kind of struggle. Question is, how much struggle do you want to go through in order to keep with it for the long term? The gap isn't resources, and the gap isn't knowledge. The gap is reps. It's repetition, and it's the fact that you just continue to and continue to work at it and be a part of it. The people who wins are the ones who publish anyway, whether somebody's going to watch it or not. I did a quick video on Friday. I felt rushed because I had people working in the kitchen, and I went out back, and when I finished doing this video, I thought it was going to. I can't even talk about it. I'm thinking, I'm not going to publish this. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to publish. A couple of days later, I said, yes, I am. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to edit to the best of my ability. And here we go, and put it out there. And that's what I did. I did it, and I put it out there. So the people who wins are the ones who publish anyway. May not be my greatest video, but it's one of the many videos that I have out there. So I'm going to close because, well, run out of notes. And I'm not getting any comments on anything real specific at this point. So I'll just close by saying I am Bill McConnell. I live in the Front Range of in Colorado. The mountains are gorgeous. And my challenge to you is what I do with this entire channel is start now, share what you know, help others. I'm trying to live that, and I want to help others do that as well. I live to help others. That's kind of like the thing that I love to do. Other than that, we're going to call it a day.